Tottenham win details game against Manchester City and set new Kane record. Striker scored the only goal of the match and reached the mark of 200 goals in the Premier League. It was supposed to be a duel between a team looking for the title and the points lost along the way, against one of the Premier League leaders' City rivals. But in the highly anticipated game that ended this Sunday's round, fifth, in English, Tottenham made Harry Kane the highlight, against Manchester City. The 1-0 score is solely due to Kane's iconic 200th goal in the competition. There wasn't much to report beyond that. In 90 minutes of tied football and with few chances, if we take into account the level of both teams. Indoors, with a very positive record against the Citizens, 5 wins in the last 7 games. The Spurs were not as interested in points as the visitors. After all, Arsenal leads the table and has 1 game less than the others, being able to extend their advantage. Winning would directly contribute to the Gunners' title. This went through the minds of every Tottenham fan throughout the match. The self-respecting Spurs know that today's mission was not to stray from the squad that qualifies for the Champions League, and nothing else. The capital move came just 15 minutes into the match, with a rare failure by Rodri in the distribution of the game. The City midfielder missed and gave the ball for free to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who stepped into the area and triggered Harry Kane for a lethal finish. The goal, which shocked anyone unaware of the recent history of this duel, gave Kane a passport to a select group. Along with Alan Shearer and Wayne Rooney, he is one of 3 athletes with 200 goals in the Premier League. Obviously, the only one in activity, being able to reach the top of the list. Now there are only 60 left for the Tottenham striker to reach Shearer. In all, Kane has scored 267 goals for Tottenham. City could have reacted in their own way, looking for the game on the wings or even depending on Erling Haaland's infiltration, but the main weapon was out of action due to the tight marking practiced by Christian Romero. The Argentine, incidentally, did not spare any stronger entry in his personal crusade to annul the Norwegian giant. In the final stage, it was up to Pep Guardiola to launch Kevin De Bruyne to change the situation in the frame through the intermediary. The Belgian, who does not have a great technical phase, started on the bench. And he was also unable to create an effect when he took to the pitch. One more proof of the obedience and tactical discipline shown by Antonio Conte's team, now exclusively coached by Cristian Stellini, the Italian's assistant, sidelined after undergoing surgery in recent days. Unlike the last meeting between Tottenham and City, there was no turnaround. It's good to remember that the Londoners opened up 2 goals ahead in the first half and then conceded 4 more from a furious team from the sky. The context was extensively studied by the Spurs coaching staff. Today, the battle had almost no errors. Also because Romero's blow to Jack Grealish cannot be called a mistake, to kill an attack at the end of the final stage, as a thoughtless act. There was planning and the risk was calculated. Romero, who already had a yellow card from the first half, agreed to be the necessary sacrifice to guarantee the result. And the victory went down very well, thank you. Tottenham are just 1 point behind Newcastle, who are 4th in the table. It is there, in the last place for the Champions League, that Conte and his charges want to be, although it is not clear whether or not the Italian will remain at the club next season. As for Manchester City, well, they need to work on damage containment. The distance to Arsenal, who lost in the round, did not decrease. Coming up, in a few days, a direct duel between the 2 candidates for the title. It's time to find out who has the most empty bottles to sell, the other would say. If you like it, don't stay out. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like and share. This is Tottenham Sports.